Well, the day is going swimmingly well, and it just got better. My first two calls, first time completes, nothing wrong with the unit. The second one was for that high-end customer. I was worried about it. And I thought I was cruising down this road heading to my last call, which I'm sure will be the same thing, nothing wrong with the unit. And I went past this one-track gravel road. I think it's heading to a boat landing. And a little voice in my gut said, turn around, go back to that. Take your lunch break and take 30 minutes and make a slow drive down and a slow drive back. And look at what I found. Old man's beard. Yep, old man's beard. There's so much here, I'm literally gonna have to go back to the van and get my bag. Yeah. Wow. I saw another big patch of what I think was deer's foot. Yeah. So what I do when I take these mushroom lunch breaks, see, I got some oysters in here already, but they're a little far gone. But what I do is I find these little one-track deer or roads that don't have any houses on them or nothing, and I just put it in low range, and I just crawl, and I look out the driver's side window, roll down the way. Do I see some more from here over there? Well, I'll know on the way out. But anyway, put her in low range, roll the window down so I can see clearly, and I just crawl. And that's how I find this stuff. So let's put you in the pocket, and we're gonna harvest a bunch of old man's beard. First, we got a bunch growing off of this section here. I don't know if you can see this, probably not. I'm looking at the camera. Look at all that mycelium. Yeah, it's just fused with it. I'll just prop you up if I can. There we go. Look at this clump. Ho, 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 ho. And it's raining. Little sprinkles and showers coming through. This stuff is so fragile. It's actually growing inside the log. Yeah. I hear a vehicle. Let me get out of here. I think I was hearing a logging truck. somewhere else. That's a pretty good haul for, oh, there's a clump I missed. See, it's growing inside. Nice haul. Yep. All right. Get back to the van. There's not enough room on this road for 2 vehicles. I would have to really pull over on the side to let somebody by. We'll gently put that in the back. I know the day is going to come when I'm doing this, and somebody's going to stop. 2 things are going to happen. Somebody's going to stop and jack me up for being on private property, number 1. Number 2, I'm going to be in such a hurry to harvest this stuff so I don't get caught. That's not an ash tree, is it? Oh my God, it's huge. But it's marked for harvest. Number 2, I'm gonna be in such a hurry to grab my harvest then I'm gonna cut my hand. Yep. Because of that sharp fillet knife. Now, they got a bunch of trees marked on this road to harvest. Probably are deadfall hazards. Holy crap, what is that? Never mind, leaves. This time of the year is so confusing. You'll see a big clump of yellow or orange leaves and you'll think they're mushrooms. This road is so awesome. Look at this. Straight as an arrow. Nobody's been on it. See the tracks I'm leaving behind? These leaves have been falling on this lane for a long time and nobody's been down here. Yeah. That's the kind of stuff I look for. So I've got this window open over here, driver's window, and I'm just cruising along. And I got 30 minutes to do this. Yep, that's my lunch break. So, yeah, can't think of a better way to spend a lunch hour. Yeah. Oh, that was a nice haul of lion's mane / old man's beard. That stuff is so fragile, it doesn't want to dehydrate well. Yeah. I've tried to dehydrate it before, and it pretty much just turns to powder. But that'll be a nice treat for my dad and me. Yeah. So we're just cruising along here. A lot of these trees have already dropped their leaves. I don't like that. I want the colors to stay around for a little while longer, right? This is a long road. Yep. Let's see if we can find some more. I still haven't checked out the other side yet. Instead of going back and forth like this and making myself dizzy and sick and a crick in my neck, I'd learned. Let's just concentrate on the driver's side go to the end of the road, turn around, concentrate on the driver's side, and I won't be making myself motion sick. This is a really cool little road. Yeah. Straight as an arrow. All the trees are hanging over the road like a canopy. There's been some recent logging activity in here. There's a big old blowdown. Ooh. Of course, I had to look on the other side, right? Oysters, but they're too far gone and it's too nasty to get in there. I don't see any no trespassing signs. At the beginning of this road, I saw a wooden sign with a number on it, which is kind of indicative of forestry labeling. Oh, this woods is so cool. Forestry labeling. Look at this. This is way cool. Mushroom City. So I think I'm actually on a national forest road of some sort. Perfectly allowed to be here. And finding some gourmet delectables along the way. You can tell somebody hasn't been here in a while. Here's a big old nasty branch laying in the road nobody's driven over yet. Yep. Now Scrunch, when she sees this video, oh, we gotta go there. She has no idea how far away this is. Yeah. Yeah, this is up to the northeast of where I live. So it's not something we can just quickly go and zip to. But that little voice in my gut said, go back and turn down that road. And then there's another road that's just up that I turned around on to come back to this road. It's just up the way a little bit, and it looks somewhat similar to this. So that would be another option. So maybe it would be worth a day trip. There's another one. Of course, on the other side, oysters, too far gone. I'm noticing there's oyster mushrooms that are out, but they're not freshies. No. And I also notice I'm not seeing a lot of mushrooms on the forest floor. Yeah. It's a whole different situation here. So what I'm more than likely going to find is mushrooms on dead trees and dead wood. Yeah. And I have no idea where this goes. Damn, time flies when you're having fun. I got 10 minutes before my lunch break's over. And I haven't even come down the other side. But I'm early today. It's 2:45. And I've got that one call left, which is a simple diagnostic for a brand new stacked washer and dryer center, laundry center they call it, that the customer is paranoid that something is broke on it because she watched the delivery boys deliver it, and the ramp on their delivery truck was broken, so they couldn't extend the ramp out the back and roll the appliance down on a cart, so they slid it off the back of the truck, and now the unit has a loud noise, and she's afraid that something was broken when that happened, and she wants it checked out, and more than likely wants it exchanged. So that'll be a easy call, in and out. And here I think is my dead end. Yep, this turns into an ATV trail. This is a nice little mushroom road. It dead ends. There might even be a lake back there, I don't know. Ooh, don't get stuck. Traction control is off. I don't have any knobbies on these tires anymore. If I get mud or sand, I'm done. And I do not want to bury back here because I don't even know the name of the road I'm on. All right, we'll work our way out. And that'll be just about the right amount of time for this 30-minute lunch break. Whoop, whoop. So overall, not a productive run on this road, but we'll see. But man, to come out with a big haul of old man's beard, which is something I very rarely find. Voice in my gut. Good old Yahweh. Scrunchy thinks she's coming down with a cold. She's at work right now. She feels miserable. She turned off the air conditioning because she's cold. And she's all stuffed up. I'm like, don't you dare have gotten me sick. See, this is why kissing is absolute bullshit. Yep. Kissing in a relationship is bullshit. What is that? Of course, it's on the other side. Focus on this side, Kenny. You can swap diseases and viruses and all kinds of shit through swapping spit. But you can't give somebody a cold by bumping uglies. Yeah. If you know what I mean. So, relationships should be nothing but sex and nothing else. No kissing, none of that other crap. That way you don't worry about cross-contaminating your partner. So yeah, yesterday, was it last night or this morning or something, she went to give me a kiss goodbye and she was complaining, oh, what kind of kiss is that? Because I just did a parakeet kiss, you know. What kind of kiss was that? It's almost like she wanted me to stuff my tongue down her throat or something. And here we are. Now she's got a cold, and she probably, more than likely, gave it to me right before my dad's to show up on vacation. I think I saw some honey mushrooms at the base of a stump. Now there's a big bunch of blowdowns back there. I always scan those because that's where the oysters grow, and depending on the tree, you'll find lion's mane or old man's beard. A couple of orange looking mushrooms growing off the side of a tree. More than likely that's a species called jackpot, called jack-o'-lantern. Toxic. Jackpot. Guess for what? More old man's beard. Oh my God. It's bristling with them. Grab the knife. Grab the bag. Let's take a walk. See them? And I can't see the back side of the log. So there's probably some on the back side of the log as well. Yeah. This is awesome. And I was just saying to Scrunch the other day when we were out hunting, I'm like, man, I really hope I find some old man's beard sometime this fall. I love this stuff. It tastes like lobster. Yeah. Look at this. Oh, wow. Okay, so this is actually a different species. This is the true old man's beard. All of these that I'm harvesting are in the coral fungi species, but this is what, well, here's two of them. No, I'm wrong. See how it looks like hair? Yep, this log is bristling with them. All right, there's all kinds of stuff on this log. All right, can I set you up somewhere? I don't see a suitable place to set you up. Wedge you in here. That didn't work out so well. These are a little waterlogged because it's been raining all day. Wow. Of course, the mosquitoes got to be bad. Look at this. The rest of them are down this way. Big clumps on this side here. Just ripping them off with my thumb. Oh, I dropped one off the side there. I saw that. Losing my hat. Oh, shit, there's more down here. that. Everything's wet and slippery. Oh, this stuff's so fragile. Just crumbles. Man, I got some weight in this bag. Now, there's a lot of water weight because of the rain. One lady we were watching her last night, mushroom hunting, and she field dresses her stuff. She cleans it out in the field so she's not bringing home a bunch of dirt and leaves and sticks and shit. And I'm like, nope. I'm not doing that. Not while I'm on the road on a lunch break in a company van. Nope. Clean them when I get home. But that's a big haul. Oh shit. I'll show you once it gets in the truck here. Whew. There's some weight there. Yep. And I still have a long way to go. Now, several of these trees, there's clumps coming out that are small that I'm not even going to dig in there and get. I'm not even going to bother. So that'll produce more as the days go by. But holy crap. And it jumps out at you like a sore thumb. Just looks like a big snowball on the side of a down log or a vertical stump. Yeah. Straight up crazy. This is my last pack, and then I'm back to the pipe. Thank goodness. Because like I said before, since I got back on these, all my symptoms that I was having before are showing back up. Shortness of breath, weakness in my legs, no stamina. There's some more honey mushrooms. I'm gonna let them go. Yeah, I'm already past my 30 minutes for my break. This video is 29 minutes and 10 seconds long, and I started it pretty much right away. But these things are, I'm having an adverse reaction, chemical reaction to the chemicals in the smoke. So I get back to the pipe where I don't inhale. All will be well. There's a lot of downed trees in here. Yeah, this particular road has a lot of potential. So when I get to the end of it, I'm going to take a picture of the road sign just so I can remember it for the future. And I'm going to do some research with my atlas and find out if it's county land, national forest land, what the deal is. And that way I'll know. Oh, there's a bunch of honey mushrooms. They're all shriveled up and nasty looking. I can't think of an easier way to mushroom hunt. Yeah. Yep. This is so cool. Especially for species like this lion's mane that are so easy to spot, or oyster mushrooms. This is a way to do it. I can just see it now. Billy or JC or somebody, they're bored and they're sitting there watching the GPS map screens of all of us techs on their computers, and they see me because it shows your speed, and they see me crawling along at 5 miles an hour down a dead-end road. I wonder how long it's going to be before I get the phone call. So Kenny, what were you doing yesterday at around 3 o'clock in the afternoon on a dead-end road, just crawling? What do we got there? That's a ways in there. Fooled again by some yellow leaves. Yeah, I'm waiting for that phone call. But it won't be coming from Jeremy anytime soon, sadly, because he's back in a coma while they try to figure out what's going on. Scrunchy was thinking they released him too early. Hospitals have a bad habit of doing this. They frickin' do the procedure, right away they put a belt on you and you're trundling up and down the hallways walking with an IV rack, you know. That's what happened to me when I had diverticulitis. Man, they had me out of that bed right after I was admitted, and had me walking up and down the halls with my IV rack. I'm like, what? Come on. And they did they released, we're thinking they released him too early. He should have been kept in that hospital with a major open heart surgery like that. He should be in that hospital for a month for observation, just in case some problems come up. Nope, get him out of here. Get him out of here. Make room for another victim. And look at him. He goes home. Think he's recovering. Next thing you know, he's flat on his back in a chemically induced coma, fighting for his situation again. Not cool. I think I'm getting out to the end of this. Yeah, so we'll take a picture of the road sign so I remember it. And then what I think I'll start doing is I'll come up with acronyms for the mushrooms. Like chicken of the woods is cow. C-O-W. Chicken of the woods. I'll come up with an acronym for this. O-B, Old Man's Beard. O-M-B, Old Man's Beard. And I'll take a screenshot of the picture of the road, and then I'll write over the picture O-M-B. And then I'll remember, oh yeah, I found Old Man's Beard on that road. And Scrunchy can put it in her little mushroom journal that she's creating. And eventually, by the time we're 85 and we can't walk and we're out here in power wheelchairs, we'll have a nice little journal set up where we can go to various spots during the fall and have a chance of harvesting some stuff. I've got that one boat landing. I don't remember where it is though. I didn't do that. I just now came up with that idea. So I didn't do that on that boat landing road where I found all those chanterelles. And I should have. I don't remember how to get back there. Nope. So we're gonna start a process here. If I see that I'm on a successful little 2-track like this and it has a name, I will take a picture of it, of the sign, and we can catalog it. And speaking of chanterelles, I'm in a piney section. Sure enough, I think. Not sure. Let's take a walk. So we got jack pines, which is where I've heard chanterelles. No, I don't think that's a chanterelle. No. Nope, it's got gills. All right, since I'm standing here, I'll take a look around real quick because this is the kind of woods that you find them in. Now, there's lots of mushrooms on the forest floor in here. Yeah. Yep. This is a chanterelle type of section right here, based on my limited knowledge. Yep. But they don't grow prolifically all over the place. They grow, there's some puffballs. There's some, those might be honeys. I'm not taking them. Oh yeah, those are honeys. Here's some honeys. Look at all the honeys. There's some honeys. There's some scarlet something or others. Yeah. There's a bottle of Vaseline. What's going on out here? There's some puffballs. Look at all these honeys. Yep. Yep, those are honey mushrooms for sure. Yep, for sure. Oh, this is perfect mushroom woods right here. Yeah, look at this cluster. See how they look like a titty? There's your nipple. There's a... Yeah, that's how I remember them. Yep. But I'm gonna leave them go. Yep. Leave them go, because we gotta get going. Yep. Unfortunately. All right. The other side of the road has the same kind of woods as well. So that would be worth a stomp. Yeah. Literally park the van and get out and walk around in there. You might find chants, and you'll definitely find honeys. All right, that's all I got for the Thinking Thursday mushroom foray. I'm gonna take a picture of this sign, and we're gonna be on our way before I draw attention to myself. So, talk to you soon.